everybody. It's Miss Sunny from the Rock Springs Library. Welcome back to Somewhere with Sunny, where we read some fun books and go somewhere neat in Sweetwater County. Today, we're going to read 2 books. So hopefully you guys like both of them. This one is called Round Like a Ball. Round like a ball. Let's play a guessing game. I'm thinking of something that is round like a ball. I love balls, barked the dog. Wait, there's another clue. It's round like a ball and it's quite beautiful. Is it a fancy pearl? Asked the sister. Good guess, but it's not a pearl. It's round like a ball and has many, many colors. I know, it's a gumball machine, guessed the brother. No, it's not a gumball machine. It's round like a ball and it's always moving. Maybe it's a ball for juggling, guessed the mom. No, it's not a ball for juggling. It's round like a ball and it nourishes us. Is it a berry? Asked the dad. No, it's not a berry. Here's another clue. It's round like a ball and it is hot and cold. It's ice cream, yelled the cousins. No, it's matzo ball soup, said the grandma. Good guesses, but it's not ice cream or a matzo ball. It's round like a ball and is wet and dry. A fishbowl, meowed the cat. No, it's not a fishbowl. Here's another clue. It's round like a ball and it's surrounded by air. Is it a balloon? Asked the grandpa. Does that look like a balloon to you? Does anybody have a guess yet? No, it's not a balloon. It's round like a ball and is hard and strong. I think it's a rock, says the ant. No, it's not a rock. It's round like a ball and must be handled with care. It could be a bubble, said the uncle. It's not a bubble. Here is our last clue. It's round like a ball and home to us all. What do you think it is? It's the earth. Everyone celebrated. The earth is beautiful and always moving. The earth is every color of the rainbow. The earth is both hot and cold, wet and dry. The earth nourishes us all. It's hard and strong, but also fragile and needs to be handled with care. The earth is round like a ball. Well, that's kind of a fun one. Where in town could we go to talk to someone about the earth, do you think? Maybe this next book will help us narrow it down a little bit. It's called This Land Is Your Land, and it's based off of a song by a musician named Woody Guthrie. So if you've never heard this song before, ask one of your grown-ups at home to jump online and play it for you. It's kind of a neat song. Look at that. Look at all that scenery. It looks a lot like Wyoming, doesn't it? As I was walking that ribbon of highway, I saw above me an endless skyway. I saw below me a golden valley. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island. From the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters, this land was made for you and me. I've roamed and rambled and followed my footsteps to the sparkling sands of the diamond deserts. and all around me a voice was sounding. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters, this land was made for you and me. When the sun came shining and I was strolling and the wheat fields waving and the dust clouds rolling, as the fog was lifting, a voice was chanting, this land was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters, this land was made for you and me. When I went walking, I saw a sign there, and on the sign it said, no trespassing. But on the other side, it didn't say anything. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters, this land was made for you and me. Nobody living can ever stop me as I go walking that freedom highway. Nobody living can ever make me turn back, because this land was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Islands. Let's see if Miss Sunny's arms are wide enough to do this. From the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters, this land was made for you and me. Look at all that, all the way from California, all the way across the country. I can't even reach to New York. This land was made for you and me. I wonder if there's any land in Wyoming that is your land, and maybe my land. I bet there's somebody out there who could answer that question for us. Let's go meet him. Hi again. Everybody look around the room with me real quick. Do you see anything that tells you where we are? Maybe Mr. Gavin here can tell me where we are and what it is that he does.
All right, I'm Gavin Lovell. I'm the Assistant Field Manager. I work here at the Bureau of Land Management. The Bureau of Land Management is a land management agency. We manage public lands. Public lands meaning that they're your lands, we just manage them. And that's kind of what we do. I guess we'll get into more detail about all the different things that we can do here.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right, so let's start with our normal questions then. Mr. Gavin, what did you want to be when you grew up?
I actually wanted to be a wildlife biologist because I like the outdoors. I like hunting, fishing, hiking, enjoying nature and the outdoors, and always wanted to do something in the outdoors. And I actually got my degree in range wildlife management, so that could have been a couple of different things. I could have been a rangeland management specialist or a wildlife biologist, but that's how I started my career as a wildlife biologist.
Very cool. We haven't met any wildlife biologists yet, have we, guys? That's kind of a neat and new one. What is your favorite animal, Mr. Gavin?
Well, as I thought about that, I have a lot of favorite animals, mule deer, elk, but I decided to concentrate on elk because, as most of you well know, in the fall, the elk rut and they bugle and the leaves are turning, and it's just an awesome time of the year, the autumn or the fall season, and it's my favorite season. I actually brought a couple of calls in so you could hear what elk sound like. They vocalize in the fall. This is actually a cow elk call, so a female.
Cow elk, yeah, that's going to be one of our girl elks.
Yeah, female or a girl elk. This is kind of what they sound like. So that's what a cow elk sounds like, and this is what a bull elk sounds like. You probably all heard this before. That's kind of why I like elk. You get to hear that in the fall. It's just a neat experience to be able to see and hear that. So.
And And I bet a lot of our boys and girls at home have probably heard that before, either in the wild or on a cell phone somewhere. Yeah, that's really neat. Thanks for sharing that with us.
Yep.
When you were growing up, did you have a favorite book?
Probably Where the Red Fern Grows, because it talked about being in the outdoors and a little bit about hunting and wildlife and dogs and kids, and so yeah, I kind of like that. So.
And that one, Boys and Girls, is a chapter book as well. So a little bit older than what we've been reading together, but definitely a good one to check out, especially if you're reading with mom and dad or a grown-up at home at night sometimes. All right, Mr. Gavin, how long did it take you to become what you are here at the Bureau of Land Management?
Well, most of the jobs we have here at the Bureau of Land Management, they take a college degree, most generally a bachelor's degree. So you get your diploma from high school, and then you go for 4 or 5 years to college for a bachelor's degree. Some people go on and get a master's, and that's an option as well. I wanted to get out and start working and get in the outdoors, and I'd had enough of school by the time I got 4 additional years in. So, but yeah, most generally, most of our positions take a bachelor's degree. So.
Is there any specific specialization, or could it be almost anything? Can people funnel in from anywhere?
There's a lot of different jobs that we have here at the Bureau of Land Management. Some of the ones that I wrote down here: recreation planners. We have campgrounds. We have recreational opportunities on public lands here. And most of these are 4-year degrees. Rangeland management specialists, like we talked about a few minutes ago. Archaeologists, paleontologists, wildlife biologists. There's lots of, and there's oil and gas jobs that we have here at the BLM as well. So most generally, you're looking at a 2 to 4 year degree to be able to get one of those jobs. So.
That's really neat. We're going to talk to a geologist and an archaeologist later this fall and this winter too, so that'll be fun to do. Well, is there anything else you would like to tell kids about the Bureau, or any tips or tricks if someone thinks they want to grow up and do this for a living?
No, I'd like to tell all you kids, you can be whatever you want to be. If you want to be a wildlife biologist or an archaeologist, you want to work in oil and gas, then just go do it. Find out what the requirements are, go to college, get your degree, and go do that. The one thing I want to point out and stress with the BLM here is we manage public lands. Public lands are yours. They're the public's lands. We just manage them. We don't own them. And so I think that's really neat that we have public land out west here. Back east, they don't have a lot of public lands. Most of it's private. So you can't get on that land and enjoy it like you can here. So I'm going to these will be little bags going home to you all today. You're all going to get a medal. And this is a public lands medal, because you're all winners, because you get to enjoy and own public land. So, and there's some other goodies in there that you'll be able to enjoy as well. So.
That's awesome. We would love it after you come and pick your BLM pack up if you would send us some pictures in your medals, maybe outside on the public lands, and we'll put those all over our Facebook page too, and we'll share them with Mr. Gavin and everybody here in the office.
That'll be great. And there's lots of things around here to enjoy on your public lands. If you haven't been to the petroglyphs, north of here, Boar's Tusk, the sand dunes, the Wind River Front campgrounds. There's just lots of opportunities on public lands to get out and enjoy those and get outdoors. So.
And remember the rule everywhere, but especially on public lands: if you pack it in, you pack it back out. We don't want to litter or leave any trash behind. We want to make sure everybody can enjoy our public lands together.
That's great. Yep.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Gavin, for chatting with us today.
I appreciate you guys coming in. It's great that you're doing this series with these kids and getting them familiar with all these great things.
All the cool things you can do in Sweetwater County.
That's right.
All right, boys and girls. Well, we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
See ya.